Well, now to an update on this week's Summit of the Americas, the meeting of North American leaders coming as a massive migrant caravan makes its way here toward the U.S. But as American leaders make their way to California, the big talk so far is who's not coming. NewsNation border correspondent Robert Sherman joining us live. Now, Robert, why is the Mexican president refusing to go, and what's the fallout?
Well, Nichole, he's saying that he really wants no part in this summit because not every member has been invited to the summit. The United States made the decision to exclude Venezuela, Nicaragua, and Cuba because those countries and their regimes have a track record of not supporting democracy. But the Mexican president said if they're not coming to this event, there's really no point for him to come either. So he's sending a diplomat in his place. But here's the fallout that you mentioned, Nichole. A big portion of the topics of discussion that was supposed to take place at this summit were regional migration and economic challenges that are being seen in Central and South America. That's a large part of the reason that so many of these migrants make the journey up to the United States. Let's put all that into context for a second. So far this year, over 776,000 migrants have been encountered at the southern border. That includes all countries of origin, whether it's Central South Americans, Ukrainians, Russians, Chinese, whatever, and that's through the month of April so far this year. But look at those 4 countries of note whose leaders are not in attendance. Mexicans made up over 300,000 migrant encounters this year. That's more than any other country of origin. Cubans are second at 93,000. Nicaraguans and Venezuelans also a significant chunk as well. Those 4 countries make up over 62% of the migrant encounters seen at the southern border so far this year. And then you take a look at this migrant caravan that's making its way through Mexico right now. It perfectly illustrates the point of how great the plight is that so many of these people are suffering. Many of the people that are in that caravan, we've learned, are from countries such as Venezuela and Cuba and other nations around Central America. So the concern is still very pressing. That being said, the White House has made clear that the president will still be laying out his migrant and economic agenda at this summit, whereas the president of Mexico attests that he will be meeting with President Biden at the White House next month. Nichole?
All right, Robert Sherman live for us at the border. Thank you for that. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.